Coach, just want to get started here. Mainly just with the 7-0 start. Just kind of talk about really what's kind of led to this early success and also with the new ranking of being 22 overall in the nation.
Yeah, just happy with the 7-0 record so far. It's been a good preseason. I think we're getting better every single weekend. Especially our first 2 weekends on the road. I think it's always tough to travel and play at somebody else's place, which we're doing again this upcoming week, but just happy with the overall results. I still think there's a lot of things we can get better at before Pac-12 starts, and we will, work on some of those things this weekend. A really tough tournament that we're heading to with some great teams, and so hopefully we can just keep it rolling and take one match at a time. And as far as that ranking goes, we don't put a whole lot of stock in that in the poll like that. I know it's it's a coach's poll, but things that we look at a little bit more are the RPI, the Pablo rankings, things like that maybe go a little bit more into the selection for the NCAA at the end of the year. But we don't talk about it a whole lot. We just try and get better every single day.
Okay, and then, looking ahead a little bit, you talked about, the Western Kentucky tournament you'll be playing in. It's the second straight week of having to play multiple matches in one day. Is that something that, as a former player, even as a coach, you kind of get used to after a while, or is it just a grind regardless?
Yeah, I think beginning of the season it's something that everybody's a little bit used to just because of the way we have to practice preseason, a couple times a day, things like that. But for the fourth weekend, I think, everybody in the country that are playing more than one match in a day, it's a little bit tiring. It's a quick turnaround, less recovery, less scouting, less time to prepare. So we have to be able to make those in-game changes a little bit quicker. But I know, once this weekend's over, it will be nice to have those kind of day in between, a little bit more rest for the players, more time to prepare, things like that.
And just kind of taking a step back to, this previous weekend, a lot of things happening as far as, all the matches and stuff like that. Most notably Taylor Mims with 1,000 kills. We touched on that a little bit, but what more can you say about her as far as, her development as a player and just, her pretty much, rest of the outlook for the rest of the season going into conference play?
Yeah, super impressive for any player that we have to go over that milestone of 1,000 kills. But for Taylor, I think it's really exciting, just the growth that she has had throughout her career. To go from a middle blocker the first 2 years, change positions, that's not easy to do. I know we've talked about that before. Really tough to do to then become a 6 rotation outside hitter. But she just keeps getting better, keeps wanting to, just work hard every single day. So really excited for her and that milestone, but, definitely want to just keep that going.
And then, talking about, other players on the team as well who kind of stepped up over the weekend. Ashley Brown, Ella, and then Jocelyn, who were, Jocelyn named tournament MVP, and the rest were, all tournament selections. How have they developed, I guess, coming along here and stepping up as well, not just having to rely solely on Taylor and having those three as well?
Yeah, well, that Northern Iowa weekend, Taylor pretty much, it was kind of the Taylor show that weekend. And we had talked about it a lot that we can't rely so much just on one player, whether it's Taylor or whether it's anybody else, that we have to be a little bit more diversified, and other players had to be able to step up and, really improve hitting percentage and things like that. And I was really impressed with our middles, both Ella and Jocelyn this weekend. And then, of course, you can't get the middles the ball without, somebody like Ashley Brown getting it to them. And then passing-wise, I thought that was a lot better this weekend as well. So it does kind of take a village, especially to be able to get the ball to the middles. But both Ella and Jocelyn, I thought, were really impressive this weekend. And that's the kind of thing that we need out of all of our players, is to step up and have great matches. We don't necessarily need everybody on the same night, but we'd like that, of course, but not always going to happen. But it was nice to see some other players really step up and have a great weekend.
Gotcha. And then lastly, talking about players who've stepped up, Alexis, who now currently leads the Pac-12 in digs per set. What can you talk about her? Not just her tournament, but her just overall success and kind of how she's been playing this year.
Yeah, I think, especially for only being a junior, she stepped on the court for us as a freshman and had to play right away. So just her maturity and the way she is developing as a player and as a leader on the court is really impressive. I do think she is somebody who wants to get better every single day, is working hard to not only get herself better, but make other people, especially in her position, better as well. She's in the gym early working, defensively, passing, serving, as are a lot of the other players. But she's kind of taking the lead just defensively, and it's great to see that. Just that maturity level from Alexis and the way she's playing right now. I know she still thinks that there's more there, and we do too always. But great so far, and hopefully we could just continue with that, with her defense, her level of defense, and what she's doing digging wise.